Good morning and welcome to another workout with me, Teri from Empower. Today's workout is going to be bums and tums focus, and I'm going to be using one of these little babies, which is a resistance band. These are my go-to tool or weapon of choice because they're fantastic. They can be thrown in a bag, taken with you wherever you want. They're a really effective bit of kit. They usually come in varying colours, lighter being lighter resistance, darker being a heavier resistance. Today I'm going to be using a moderate resistance because we're going for lots of reps. We're doing 40 seconds of work for each exercise. You can choose whichever colour you prefer. If you don't have resistance bands, do not worry. All of these exercises can be performed without resistance bands. Okay, obviously if you use a resistance band, it works the muscles harder, so you get more results, but it's not compulsory. No excuses. Do make sure before you start this workout that you do a warm-up. You can find a warm-up on my YouTube channel. And without further ado, grab some water, grab a mat, and let's go. You can place a resistance band around your ankles or just above the knee. Around the ankles is slightly harder, so it depends how hard you want to make this workout. Get nice and low, and we're stepping side to side, just like a crab. Okay, we're taking our resistance band above our head and we're lifting our right knee as we're pulling down on the resistance band to meet that knee. Really squeeze and crunch those obliques. Again, you can place the band around your knees or around your ankles. Obviously the ankles is harder. We're going to tip forward from the waist, keeping a straight back as we kick that leg back. Really squeeze your glutes. Once again, you have a choice of putting the band above your knees or around your ankles. We're going to get down into a low squat, and from this position we're tapping out either side against the resistance band. Stay nice and low. Okay, placing the band around your feet so that you're standing on it. From this position, get yourself nice and stable. We're going to lift one knee and the other knee, working against that resistance band. Use your core to really help you to drive those knees up. I'm going to give you an extra few seconds here to get down onto the mat into your plank position with a nice neutral spine and the resistance band around your ankles, ready for plank jacks. Let's go.
I swear that something in the air so vibrant. Now I'm just pointing out the fact. Hey, I want you to tell me how you feel. Hey, you keep looking at me, looking at you, feel it so deep in the country.
Okay, now we're going into our tabletop position with our palms underneath our shoulders and our legs at a 90-degree angle with a resistance band above your knees. Now we're lifting the right leg up against that resistance band. Try not to tip your hips towards the ceiling. We want to keep a nice neutral back, even if that means only slightly lifting that knee off of the floor. Again, from our tabletop position, making sure that your core is pulled in and that your hips aren't tipping up towards the sky. This time, place the resistance band just underneath your knees slightly. This will stop it from rolling around. And from that tabletop position, we're kicking the right leg back and up, squeezing the glutes as we do so, keeping your core engaged. Moving on to our left side, make sure that the resistance band is tucked under the knees, lifting that left leg, squeezing the glutes, engaging your core. For this next exercise, we're getting into the bear crawl position. From your tabletop position, lift your knees off of the floor. From here, we're taking our legs out to the side in a fire hydrant, and then we're kicking them back with your resistance band above your knees. Try and keep that back straight and neutral without tipping your hips towards the ceiling. Onto our backs now, engaging your core, making sure that your belly button is pulled back towards your spine and your pelvic floor is engaged. We are lifting the bottom off of the floor, squeezing the glutes. And this time with the band just above the knees, as we lift up, we are squeezing out against that resistance band. So pushing out with the thighs against the resistance band before lowering our bottom back down. Remember to keep your glutes and your core engaged at all times. So progressing on from our previous exercise, this time instead of lowering down your bottom between each abduction, we are keeping our bottom up, keeping it engaged, squeezing the buttocks as we're pulsing out against the resistance band. Keep everything engaged, core, glutes, pelvic floor, and push, push, push against that resistance band.
To get what I need, coming at your heart, you will see what I mean. Don't know what the is wrong with me. Don't know what the is wrong with me. It's been in my head, you got me all dizzy. Wouldn't it be better if I just let it be? Don't know what the...
Well done, guys. Not as easy as it looks, is it? Okay, let's just stretch out now. Just give me some big, wide chest openers. Fantastic. Okay. Let's really stretch out these legs. So take one foot forward and one back. Now this front knee should be slightly bent, but don't take that knee over that front toe. You should feel the stretch through the rear of your leg. Excellent. Now just dropping that back knee and raising your hands up. Excellent. Bringing the arms back down. Bring that back knee forward. This back knee is now bending so that the front leg is straight, and lift up that front toe. You should feel a delicious stretch through that calf muscle. If you can, reach down and grab hold of the toes just to increase the stretch that little further. Wonderful. Let's go with the other leg. So now the other leg is forward, the opposite leg back. Again, making sure that that knee doesn't go over the front toe. Fabulous. Making sure that you've got a hip width between the 2 feet. Dropping down that back knee. Lifting up the hands. Fabulous. And bringing that back leg forward, bending it. This front leg should now be straight, lifting up that front toe. And if you can, just grab hold of that front toe. Fabulous. Okay, grabbing hold of your laces, if you've got them on, or your toes, the bridge of your foot. And pulling that heel in towards your bottom, keeping your knees together, supporting legs should be slightly bent. Plie. And swapping over. Fantastic. Okay, feet slightly wider than shoulder width. We're just going to tip at the waist forward. Don't worry if you can't touch the floor, just go as far as you can. You should feel this stretch through the back of your legs, particularly your thighs and your bottom. Fabulous. And just gently roll back up. We're going to go down onto our mat now. So I want you to take hold of your knees and squeeze them into your chest. If I turn around just slightly, squeezing them into your chest. Fabulous. Now putting both heels onto the floor. I want you to lift one foot, put it over the other knee, then reaching through, you're going to grab hold of the opposite thigh and pull it in towards your chest as close as you can. You should feel a delicious stretch through the glutes and the back of the thigh here. And swapping over. So place the other heel on top of the knee, reaching through, grab hold of that thigh, trap it and pull it towards you. Fantastic. And just drop the legs. Now I want you to take your arms out to either side. I want you to drop your knees to the right and twist your head or look in the opposite direction. So if your knees have dropped to the right, then you will be looking in the left direction. And just breathe here before we pull those knees up and drop them to the other side, and know your head should be facing in the opposite direction to your knees. Fantastic. Bring them back to centre. Just grab those knees again and pull them into your chest. Wonderful. And placing the feet back on the floor, we're going to very gently roll onto our front and just sit back onto your heels and stretch out those arms. And just take a few big deep breaths in here and out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And one more big breath in and out through the mouth. And very slowly bring yourself back up to standing. Whew. Again, thank you very much guys for taking part today. My name's Terry and I will be back with you hopefully every day, bringing you a workout through lockdown. And if you have any suggestions or comments, please do let me know. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, keep happy, keep healthy, and as always, keep smiling.